You're watching The Ugly Inside? Subscribe below.
As it's a close season and very little happens at Southampton Football Club during close seasons apart from major transfers and managers leaving, we thought we'd have a look at what your favourite Saints shirts of the years are. So we've picked a few of our favourites from over the years as Clive is hanging out on the washing line at the moment. So we want you to come on and perhaps send us your photos and videos of your favourite Saints shirts, or put them on the comment section below. So let's run along the line. So looking at the first, this is not in any particular order of course, but this is the shirt from 1985-86. Would that be, Clive?
Well, I think all of them you associate players, and I'll go with Jimmy Case with this.
Yeah.
This is a Jimmy Case shirt.
Because I think this was the season, the centenary season. And the
Yeah.
clue was in the badge. It changed to the badge with centenary year. It's not one of my favourite shirts, I've got to say, because to me it's not Southampton. It doesn't have the stripes. It's a nice shirt. It's got the white, the black, red, white and black. But it's not, for me, a Saints shirt in the centenary. It's just nice, but not.
Number 7, but I don't think Matty would have fitted in that one.
No, Matt would have played in that shirt, although he wouldn't have fitted in that.
Well, he might have done. It's a skinny little Channel Island.
I think we played in it from 1985 to about 87, maybe 88. I think 3 years. Yeah. So this is the first one. This is the centenary kit for Saints for 100 years. Chris Nicholl manager. So that's shirt number 1. This is one that Clive will remember more than me because he's worn that playing five-a-side, I believe. This is one of the first. It was a replica of one of the first Saints striped shirts. So that would have been from about 1897 at a rough guess. When we moved to the Dell a year later in 1898. Not completely authentic because Saints never wore a badge on their shirt till 1974. In the 1974 season, they commissioned a new design badge, and when they wore it on the shirt, that was the first time that the club had a badge on their shirt since the first seasons when they were Southampton St Mary's Young Men's Christian Association. Very nice shirt here. A lot of people like that badge, like the plain effect and the city badge.
City badge rather than the club crest, which changed in about 1974.
74 was the first season that we had that crest. So that's it. So that's the old style. So if you like looking at like something out of the Victorian times, this is the shirt for you. So let's moving on. My erstwhile assistants here. It's like being on Countdown here, viewers. This is from 1995-1996 season. It was worn for 2 years, and it's a play from the Victorian times. It's got the button-down collar. It's got the stripes, which are very similar, and it's got the crest here, which again is slightly different from our old crest, because as you can see, the ball there is all white, and a year or so later they changed it to the white with black speckled effects that they've got now. I like this shirt, and I think this is one of my favourites from the last 20 years, in the fact that it's got that throwback to
what is a favourite for mine? Because it was only $2.99 at Debenhams, actually. Yeah.
That would probably be the reason why I can see it would be a favourite.
This to me is us beating Man United. This is us beating Man United. Matty, the grey kit.
Yeah, that was
the
it.
The grey kit. Yeah. This for me. This is us beating Man United. So
that was it.
Kiss the badge.
Kiss.
I haven't signed a new contract yet.
No. Now this is the iconic kit here. Now this is for those of you who are of a similar age to me and Clive, i.e. late 20s, this will mean a lot to you. This is the traditional, what I really like as a Saints shirt, the traditional red and white, round-necked. Number 8, this shirt was worn by Mick Shannon. There's a story to this, Clive. Where did you get this one from?
Well, I half-inched this off of St Mary's College when I was there as a pupil in the early 70s to the mid-70s, and I had to have number 8, of course, as Mickey was my hero, and fantastic. And it might have even been his, because they did actually buy this off the Saints, or they got given it off the Saints, I'd imagine.
So there's a good chance he'd have worn it.
There's a good chance he'd have worn it. The length of it, he used to wear it outside of his shorts, run like a gazelle down the wing. Mickey Shannon, the best.
It is, of course, and this has meant a lifetime of confession for you, Clive, obviously, going to St Mary's.
20 Our Fathers, 3 Hail Marys and everything for that one.
But, we'd just like to say at this point that the Ugly Inside video channel does not condone the stealing of football kit from schools and other organisations. So if you're a young viewer out there, don't steal your school football kit. Someone's got to wear it next year. This is trouble. This is when
troubled years.
This is a troubled years shirt. A lot wider stripes. Flybe.com. The badges are very similar, you know, as it was in those days, in a little patch. This would be what I would associate with the Gareth Bale era. That was, you know, worn when we got in the playoffs in the Championship 2 years after going down, and, you know, was in certain respects had some happy memories, but in other respects didn't, because soon after we started to really nosedive and get into trouble.
Oh, without a doubt, this is the Gareth Bale. This is a Gareth Bale shirt.
That's who we'd associate with Gareth Bale, and a couple of
Andrew Sermon.
Andrew Sermon
would have been playing there.
Bird, not Ian
Chris
Bird,
Baird.
Chris Bird.
Chris Baird, yeah.
Calvin Davis.
Calvin Davis.
Calvin Davis may have worn this shirt under his goalkeeping top to give him more stickiness on it.
That's terrible. It's terrible.
Non-slip. Right, so now we come to the only away shirt in today's collection. Now, in fact, this wasn't even a second team shirt, Clive. Second choice. This was the third choice. I mean, this has got some happy memories for me, in the fact that this was from season 91-92, which was the year 92-93, where we had Admiral. So we had a return to Admiral, which was the iconic kit manufacturer we wore in the FA Cup final in 1976. We'd returned we had stripes in the main kit as well, for it's good. But we got to the Zenith Data Cup final, if we remember, wearing the stripes. And we wore the blue kit. And sadly, at Wembley, we didn't wear this kit. We wore a blue version of it, which was our official second team. So it had this flame effect on it. Yeah. And this was blue. Now, we very rarely wore this, but I've got happy memories of it, because I remember going to see Saints play at Crystal Palace, and I'm sure Clive will remember this, which would have been about 92, when they battered us for 88 minutes. But we just went up, and Ian Dowie scored in the last minute, in the dying minutes. Right. And we wore this yellow kit. So we went to Palace. They had
Ian Dowie, football genius.
Ian Dowie, football genius. They had 75% possession. They had 85 shots on goal, and we had 2, and we won 2-1. So that was a very day, but it was just it was yellow. It was a return to having a yellow kit, which we hadn't had for a long time, probably at that time.
Branford, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it was Branford, but we do associate it with Ian Branford, so we're not 100% with it, but it was a victory, so we do that. So what we're asking you out there in Ugly Inside TV world is, what's your favourite Saints shirt? Is it?
One mention, Draper Tools. Was it? What was the old man's name?
Norman Draper.
Norman Draper was probably, you know, a local businessman who put his heart and soul into Saints, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know, good lad.
Yeah, good, and they're still around today. Yeah. So to get back to what we were saying is, so what's your favourite shirt? We're looking to find the top 5 favourite shirts. We've just produced a half a dozen or so of our favourites and not so favourites to jog your memories a bit. But what's your favourite? Obviously the older generation will look back and perhaps like some of the more retro tops. The sort of 30s generation will probably look at the mid-90s and the beating of Man United twice and changing of shirts on their part. And the younger generation might like something a little bit newer. So what's yours? Send us details through, or upload your comments below on your top favourite shirt, and in the coming weeks we'll identify our top 5. Thank you for watching the Ugly Inside video channel.